everybody, welcome to Review Time with iSlip. I am iSlip, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Fans Toys FT20
Terminus Giganticus, guys.
He makes a great base mode. This looks just like the rocket base as I remember when I was a kid and I had a G1 Omega. Although my Omega I think was black and red. Like the rocket bits were black and, you know, it was black and red instead of gray and red with yellow. And go ahead and get Megatron in his tank mode. Oh, okay, there he goes. So let's see if I can hopefully, I just want to get sort of a size comparison. Hopefully I can't see what I'm doing. Yeah, that looks like about right. So you can see this thing is huge. It's massive too. There's die-cast bits and lots of chunky plastic. Alright, here we have the launching pad, and it's made up of the backpack. Oh, well, I gotta put these back up. These are supposed to be out. There we go. It's made up of the backpack right here and the feet and the shin plates, just like the original was. So they did a great job incorporating all of that together. That looks nice. It's nice tampos that say danger. I don't know if you can see them. The stars. This is pretty nice. And again, pretty darn big. Here we have the X9's Tyrant. And you can see just how chunky those are. I mean, look, that's just the feet. That's just the feet, the feet. Look, the feet. So there's that. Let's get this over to the side. Now, the instructions say to have these flipped down. But if you have them flipped down, when you go to put the rocket in, it doesn't actually really fit in like it's supposed to. Like, it should be in further so that, you know. So I just lift these up so this way it looks like it's holding the rocket the way it's supposed to, and then I guess you can just flip it down to pretend it's blasting off. The rocket itself is gigantic. I actually have to move it all the way to the back of the table in order to get the whole thing. We'll go ahead and bring it up a little closer. And of course, it's made up of the forearms of the Terminus Giganticus / Omega Supreme. Now, they've modified this so that it shrinks for rocket mode and extends for arm mode. That's awesome. The original didn't do that. The original was always extended. So, we've got some nice tampos. Some more tampos. A number on the side here. It says no step. Down there it says MB something or other. MBISC. I don't know what that meant. I don't know. But yeah, and it's got some pretty nice sculpt work. This thing looks great. It's a little big for your, I mean, it's a little small if you're trying to use your Titans Returns figures. It's even a little too small for these guys. If you remember the cartoon, the Autobots were actually all able to climb in there. It does work pretty okay with the Titans Returns figures. You can get it to stand. Can you stand, please? So that fits okay. The Prime Master figures work okay as well. I mean, they're just about, whoop, where are you going? Come back here. They just about fit as well. So, you know, there's that. Okay, we'll go ahead and get this out of the way, and then you can just close this up and close that up. And it's actually honestly, it looks pretty much for the most part like the rest of the details. It took me like 10-15 minutes to figure out where the thing came out. And that was of me looking for it because I had watched other reviews, so I knew this popped open. I just couldn't remember which side it was. So there's that. And let's move it off to the side for the moment. Bring in the tank. There we go. Bring in the tank. Now the tank itself is pretty massive. Again, I'll bring in. Here we go with Terminus Returns Megatron tank mode. Deluxe Rodimus standing right next to him. It is pretty darn massive. You can take a little figure and stand them up inside here. It won't, you can't close the hatch. I don't think you can. No, you can't close the hatch because the head gets in the way, and also because, hold on, let's zoom in. The backpack also gets in the way of the figure. But if you want to, you can put a little figure in here so it looks like it's driving Omega, or Terminus, I'm sorry. You see this switch here? This switch is for a light up feature in the other mode. I'm not going to turn it on now. We'll close that up. And this rotates full 360. No hindrances. The thing goes up and down. Whoa, okay. Alright. And then the turret goes in and out. That's more for transformation though. But you got that. Let's go ahead and bring this up a little bit. So you can see, look at all these. There's a lot of detail on here. Oh, a lot of molded detail, I should say. I mean, it's not overly, like, it's not like the Hasbro or Generations lines, like the Titans Returns and all that stuff. But it's just enough. It does fit. Fit pretty much, I guess, the Masterpiece aesthetic now. I mean, they're getting simpler and simpler, so maybe it's a little too much now, but it'll suffice. You got danger, non-charge. Why? I don't know what that means, but you've got rolling tank treads. I got QC thing, QC34. Who? Yeah, you know what? You didn't check the legs very well, because when I got this, he actually came with 2 left legs. In case you hadn't seen the video before, he came with 2 left legs. The day before yesterday. Today is Friday, so I only got the proper leg. Was it the day before yesterday, or might have been Tuesday night? I think it was Tuesday night I got him. Could have been Wednesday earlier on, but I think it was Tuesday night. And yeah, he came with 2 left legs, so I had him actually standing with 1 leg facing backwards, because I tried to see if I could just rotate the pieces, but they didn't work. They were molded for each specific leg to connect a certain way. So yeah, there's that. But there he is. He is amazing. Let's go ahead and I'm going to get the size comparisons out of the way really quickly. So here we've got our little Legends figures. And that looks amazing. I think it might be a little out of scale though compared to the cartoon, but yeah, you can see. Let's go ahead and zoom in. You can see a little Legends figures over there. We'll go ahead and get them out of the way. Here we have Masterpiece Bumblebee and Deluxe Hot Rod, and they look like Legends figures compared to this guy. Let's get this out of the way. Move you guys over for a moment. So we'll have DX9's Kokomon and Transformers, Titans Returns, Voyager, Optimus, and they still look so minuscule. And then here is the X9's masterpiece Megatron styled figure, and he is probably about half a head taller than MP10, and you can see again he looks tiny, as he should. This is probably about the right scale figures with Omega. Again, it depends on the cartoon, because sometimes he was outstandingly huge. We'll go ahead and bring in Titans Returns Triptychon. I'm borrowing my nephew's because mine is currently being displayed in a different mode. So you can see, yeah, he towers over. He towers over. And let's go ahead and get Generations Metroplex. I have what's his name on standby, but frankly, I don't know. It seems excuse me. This seems to be more appropriate to me, and if I'm honest, Terminus is actually very slightly shorter at the head, only because of these bits here. But if I raise this up and then compare the two, then Terminus is the taller. So yeah, now we got that out of the way. He looks great. Let's go ahead and lift this up just because of the reflections. Just a pain, but he looks, can I raise you up anymore? Not as far as it can go, but his face looks great. He's got these blue, very reflective, well, not very, but reflective enough eyes. That face sculpt looks amazing. It actually looks almost like there's a humanoid being in there. It doesn't look like a robot's face, if I'm honest. But Omega's face, I don't remember Omega's face being overly robotic, maybe? I don't know. This is a beautiful face. That's a beautiful robot face, if I'm honest. That's beautiful. So, go on down here. Now, we have, let's go ahead and see if I can open this up now. See, this is, again, a problem because it doesn't have, come on. It doesn't have a thing for me to grab on with my nails, does it? Oh, it does. Okay, this one does. Okay, so if you open him up, he's got a matrix chamber, and let's see, it does glow. Leave that on for now. This part comes off. You can take this off and then bring in some of those other bits if you decide to, like this. You can take this and just put it in and then close it. I'm not going to close it all the way because, oh yeah, that one does have it. Okay. You can do that and then take the crotch bit and put that in if you decide to. I like this bit, but I don't like that I have to pull it off to transform it. If there's a way to keep it on somehow, I don't know. But it looks nice. That looks great. If I could just change this piece out for a piece that was like this, it'd be perfect. I'm going to take that back off, and I'm going to take you back off. And there's that. He has a hell of a lot of articulation. I'm not exactly sure how much of that we're going to be able to get in the robot mode. Let's see, are you in? Yeah, you're in. There we go. And he's got like a lot of detail. If you look on the side now, he's got these little lightning things. I don't remember seeing those before. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna get his head turned on. His head has a light up feature. Take this and flip this switch up and then turn it around, and I'll turn off all the lights in a minute so you can get the full effect, because I have really bright lights on so it's hard to see. But his eyes are glowing. Actually, let's go ahead and do that right now. Let's turn that off, and then you can see his eyes are glowing aplenty. Turn you back on. And turn you back on. There we go. Let's see. And in his hand, he's got a glowy part as well. You pull that out, turn that on, and there we've got a glowy, looks like the Terminator's eye. So we've got that. And then the other side has it, but oh, here we go. Whoops. Let's see. There we go. This side is a little different. Hold on. Let's bring it up. This side, be very careful with. You pull this piece off, and then the light is on a little wire, and the switch is right there. So just keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and open this up. Now you can't see his. And they have a nice spot for what about symbol there. I mean, this thing is pretty nice. I actually was more inclined for DX9's Gabriel. And I'm still going to get that, but I am glad that I got this guy. He is a wonderful Omega Supreme. Let me turn off the lights again and zoom back out and see if... Hold on a second, I got one more light to turn off. It's daytime here too, so that might be a bit of a problem. But let me go ahead and zoom out. Sorry, I'm talking to you like the camera's right next to me, and I completely forgot I moved away from it. But yeah, you can see his glowy bits. So he's actually pretty nice. I love the glowy eye effects. That is nice. Like, they're painted so you don't even need them on, but you turn them on and it's just wonderful effect. So when it stays zoomed out, let me turn my lights back on. Could you turn that light on for me when you come back, please? We're gonna go ahead and zoom through articulation. Now, his head does not go up or down, unfortunately. It is what it is. But you get full 360, really loud clackety clackety, which means this is not a figure for the nighttime. His shoulders would go a full 360 if it weren't for the wings. It's really tight. Let's see, can you see? Yes, you can see. Arm goes all the way out. That much bend at the elbow. Let's bring this back down. Ooh. And rotate. Almost everything. Everything's on a ratchet, and that's awesome. A figure like this should have ratchets. The strong ratchets. The Titan's Return stuff. Unfortunately, the Trypticon has decent ratchets, but the other guys, I don't know what they were thinking. But there we go. There's that. Let's see, he has a waist. So you have a waist. The other arm, you have individual fingers that claw in like so. You know, I mean, you can't make a fist, but you really couldn't make a fist with Omega before anyway. He never made a fist. He just made, this is as close to a fist as you need, I guess. And let's see. Legs go, hold on. The legs have a joint here that go in and out. I'm not sure why. I guess that's to help to keep them standing up, but it does that. Let's turn them sideways. Let's check out his legs. His legs go that far forward and it holds. I mean, it's not much you can do because he is so damn heavy, but it holds. Hopefully, I can't see if I'm, hold on. Yeah, it holds. He never actually really went any farther than that anyway. But and then his back, the leg goes back. Oh, this is so heavy. That far. Knees on chunky ratchets that do that much about. Feet don't do anything, and the only rotation you get at the leg is I'm blinding myself with the little LED is at the hip where it has that weird joint. At the joint. So there we go. So, yeah. Whew, that was heavy and hard. There we have Terminus Giganticus, aka a masterpiece styled Omega Supreme. And he looks nice. He's got just enough details to be interesting, but not overly so. Not overly so. He's not too bland. It looks pretty good. Let me go ahead and turn him around so you can see what it looks like from the back. He cleans up fairly decently from the back. He really does. He really does. His little backpack actually looks like fire could come out of it. It even got danger signs to let you know, watch out, warning, Will Robinson. He looks great. He really does. That is a nice thumbnail. So, anyway, yeah, and that's how I do my thumbnails. But anyway, yeah, that's Terminus Giganticus. Fans Toys Terminus Giganticus. I've got stickers that are going to go here. But it's nice. It feels good. It looks great. Honestly, it looks better than my other base bots, if I'm honest. And I love the way all of those looked. But he just feels right. To me, he seems like a perfect balance between toy aesthetics and cartoon aesthetics. If I was going to give it stars out of 5, this would be a 4.8. And I know people only go 4.5. This is like a 4.8. This is just the only issue I really have with this figure, aside from him not wanting to stand straight unless you bend his legs or his feet are out, which, I mean, granted, most human beings stand like this, but I don't like that if I put his feet straight, he's going to tip backwards. I don't like that. I kind of wish that the feet would have come out more, but in the heels. But that's okay. That's okay. Aside from that, he's actually a really excellent figure. The only other thing is that he's so damn hard to transform. He's really heavy, which that part is fine, but he also, all his bits plug in tight to the point where I feel pain when I'm trying to pull things apart. I feel like I'm pulling my wrists apart. I feel like I'm doing some harm to them while I'm trying to take care of this. So, that said, I'm iSlip. Thanks for watching. Ciao.